guys, how are you doing? Today I would like us to discuss something crucial, which is what I'm going to term as the Ugandan dream. So basically, I have come to a realization that the Ugandan dream, or a dream for most Ugandans, is revolves around one having a job or having a small business somewhere, and then using the revenues out of those two sources, any of those two sources, to finance a home or buy a property, as in a house, for their own use, or sometimes they go beyond. If one is lucky to make it, they go beyond and buy a car. So simply, it's just get a job or have a business and then build a house for myself and my family, and then build a car for my own comfort. So basically, these two things are beautiful. They are good, I would say. They are good. However, they are not in line with attaining financial freedom. So simply put it, that they are meant for safety. They are meant for comfort. I do understand that one of the crucial things, or that it's by nature that humans seek safety first, but this safety does not really bring us closer to the goal of attaining our financial freedom. So what you need to consider is, if you have a house, for instance, for your own use, or a home, you're going to take time to save up money for you to be able to build that house or to buy one. And if you look at you saving up, even if you start by, there are people who do it in phases, like whatever money I'm getting, I'll just be building a house. I mean, we grew up around that era. But whatever money you're putting there, even if it's 10 millions, and then you start with a foundation or something like that, or materials, whatever the case. Or for others, they're like, okay, I'm going to gather 100 millions, or maybe 200 millions, 150, 300, whatever, name it. You guys know your dream house is better, and the expenses. So you are saving up all that money and then putting it in something that is not going to make for you money, and you're taking a lot of time saving up that money. However, it's not going to give you any profits. The only thing it's going to give you is comfort, and comfort is not really comfort is an enemy of growth. So it will give you the safety and the comfort, but you're not going to grow. So if you look at the houses that you sleep in, they depreciate. Even the ones for commercial, they also depreciate. So, but the only difference is, at least this one is bringing in some money and it can finance some of those. However, your own personal house, your own personal home, is going to require you to take, first of all, to gather that lump sum and build it, and then be able to maintain it. So if you look at the car as well, the car costs, right now, if you went to a bond and bought a car, even if it's for 40 millions, or maybe 20 millions, or 26 millions, or 28 or 30, whatever the case, by the time you take it back tomorrow, if you decide to take it back, the value they are going to give you is going to be more than which will have depreciated more than a quarter of the price that you actually purchased the car. And then in addition, there are other expenses like fuel, like maintenance and servicing, and the licenses, and being able to replace and repair some of the broken parts. So basically, these two, if you look at them, if they are going to be used as your own properties, they become liabilities. They are not assets. I do understand that we have been taught before from childhood that a house and a car are assets. However, that needs to stop now. For me, I don't care what mentality you have or what you believe. An asset, or whatever the case is, if it does not make you money, if it does not give you cash inflows, if it does not appreciate in value, that is a liability. Your home is a liability. Your car is a liability. So instead, you would consider at least building a house for rentals that will give you some cash flows, even if you have your house and you're renting it out maybe for 1 million, let's say, look for something cheaper. At least you save 600 or 500 in addition to your salary or your other business. Then you can invest the remainder of that money into something else. Look for something cheaper and then rent out that space. So for instance, for myself, even though I have different properties, none of them is considered my home. If you came and asked me what is your house, your real house or your real home, I always tell people this is meant for commercial purpose. If you find me in one, living in one, it means it's vacant. It has not yet found tenants. So whenever tenants move out, considering the place, the location of the place, and the duration, the estimated duration until when it gets another tenant, I move into that house. And when all of them are taken, I consider renting a cheaper space. So instead of you considering safety first, or your comfort, if you're seeking comfort, it's only going to achieve your middle class status. It's not going to make you rich. If you're building a house, you just brag, yeah, that's so and so's residence. However, it's not going to make you much. It's not going to add value onto you. Instead, you should consider at least investing in things that appreciate, like land. If you invested in land, at least after a certain period of time, even if it's 2 years, trust me, you'll find a tremendous increase in the value in that land if you were to sell it off. Invest the money in businesses which are generating cash inflows. They should be able to make you revenues. Invest the money in capital markets. Invest your money even in agriculture or any other project that generates you money, as opposed to you getting all that money and sleeping in it. Honestly speaking, what are you rewarding yourselves for? We need to work on our mentality in order for us to grow.